Thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm Kidest, and this is where I provide tips, guidance, recommendations, the latest insights from the fields of various sciences and physics to help you create an enjoyable life experience for yourself. So whether you're interested in co-creation and manifestation or personal development, you will find lots of valuable, insightful, helpful tips right here on my channel. And in today's video, I want to share some of the learnings I've gained on my manifestation journey on, how to protect my unique ability to co-create, to attract and manifest the kinds of experiences that I desire and how I've had success in that and what sort of things that I've come across where my understanding of co-creation and the recognition that within a consciousness first worldview framework, the understanding that I can attract and bring about the experiences that I desire for my physical health, for my well-being, for my career success, for my relationships, has helped me to protect my trajectory, if you will, in some really interesting ways. And I was recently researching the sort of scientific research behind some Ayurvedic herbs. One of the things that I do in my personal experiences is that I rely on health supplements to ensure that I'm getting all of the nutrients that I need to physiologically and cognitively thrive. And I like seeing what science is exploring and what definitive findings have been found. And a lot of the herbs and supplements that you find in traditional medicines, whether it's traditional Chinese medicine or Ayurvedic medicine. And some of the supplements I was gathering research information on talked about, improving eye health. And my eye health is something that I actually haven't thought about in a really long time. I've had the same eyeglass prescription. It's very low prescription to enable me to see things off in the distance. And I've had the same prescription, I would say, for probably 20 years. So my eyesight has stayed sort of the same since I first needed glasses in, I think it was in high school. And I actually hadn't heard anything about, you know, stories and beliefs and expectations within the sort of ophthalmology field that your eyesight can worsen. Like I never actually received that into my framework. So I've had, no internalized belief that said that. And then I was inspired to get LASIK eye surgery some time ago. And I booked my consultation appointment and I, went through the process. And in that process, the eye doctor says to me, over time your eyesight can worsen. And I was like, whoa, no thank you to that input. And that response, that reaction to be like, nah, no way, to an input from an expert like that came from my understanding of co-creation and my ability to attract and manifest and my success in what I've been able to attract and manifest the things that I want. And I wrote in my book, Anything You Want, the importance of having and exercising boundaries on your manifestation journey and really, acquiring the knowledge that you need, acquiring the empowerment that you need to protect your understanding of how your beliefs can be as influential in helping you attract and manifest improved life experiences as anything else. And I want to, remind my listeners, my viewers, my readers, my students, my audience of that power that you have to say no thank you to any input that tells you that things can get worse. The input to welcome is the input that empowers you, the input that tells you that you can attract improved experiences. You can attract outcomes that, really speak to your co-creative power to bring about enhancements, improvement, more enjoyable experiences for yourself. Now, one of the reasons that I went and did the consult for LASIK was because I thought it would be an improvement experience. And when I learned that with LASIK as the technology stands right now, that it's sort of a trade-off. You know, if I got that vision correction for that, for the ability to see in the distance, so to correct nearsightedness, I would actually have to continue wearing glasses to see things up close. And I'm like, why would I give up something where I have, you know, near perfect vision for already? Like I didn't want to do that. So I didn't end up going through with it because I'm like, I'm not looking to you know, pay a few $1,000s and just trade off what I wear glasses for. I wanted to have that 20/20 vision near and far, like regardless of what distance we're talking about. And I thought to myself, you know, this was a great experience. I got to see what LASIK lenses allow you to see, which is even more so than 20/20 vision, which was a really interesting experience. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put this experience in my back pocket and see what else I can attract and manifest that's more aligned with my value of, you know, having a win-win outcome for myself, which is be able to maintain my perfect vision for things up close and improve my vision, my eyesight for things that are far. So I can do away with my already low prescription lenses altogether. So that's my intention and what I want to manifest. And if anything comes from any input that tells me I can't have that experience or tells me that my current experience is going to worsen, I'm going to be like, nah, no, you do not have the map I have of the creative majesty of universal intelligence and how things are improving and getting better all the time. So regardless of what we're talking about, what area of human experience we're talking about, the thing that I love about co-creation and manifestation and working with universal intelligence to attract and manifest the things that you want is the foundational premise is that things can improve. Things can get better. It doesn't matter what we're talking about, whether we're talking about, you know, your ability to attract and manifest things that you want from an energetic, a vibrational standpoint where, you know, your energy system can adapt and evolve in ways that really supports your ability to have an empowered experiences physiologically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever domain of human experience we're talking about. The the thing about I love about what I've experienced so far in my own experiences, as well as what I've witnessed in the experiences of coaching clients and friends, is you don't have to settle for any story, any information of less. You don't have to settle for an experience that tells you what you want is going to decrease in quality. And we're making breakthroughs, we're experiencing breakthroughs in science all the time. If you watched my video on bright light therapy, there's improvement happening across just about every industry that you can imagine, that there's no need to settle for stories that tell you that things can't get better. So from my perspective, I know I will have an improved vision experience in one way or another, whether it's because of scientific breakthroughs that I come across or because I discover some other avenue that I haven't explored before. I know I'm going to get there because I've done this before where I've improved my life experience in some shape or form, where I've attracted the information I need, I've attracted the support that I needed, I've attracted the input that I needed that was aligned with that map of a universe that is getting better all the time and a human experience, you know, that is getting better all the time. It will happen. But what I want to encourage you to do in your own experience is to develop those boundaries, those psychological boundaries, those energetic boundaries that allow you to protect your ability to improve your experiences. Even if you don't know how that improvement is going to come to pass, having that internalized assumption that things can get better, things will get better, things, you know, can improve, can help you really stay on track to a continual experiences of things getting better in some shape or form. So I do talk about this in my book, Anything You Want, you know, developing boundaries, cognitive boundaries, energetic boundaries, physical boundaries, spiritual boundaries, whatever way you want to look at them. It's really helpful. And it's not about being defensive against the different, experts that you're going to interact with in your life. Everyone's working with the map that they have, but you can develop the boundaries that you need so that, they can experience what they're experiencing and you can interact with them while knowing that your experience doesn't have to look like theirs. And developing your understanding of manifestation, developing your understanding of a universe that is improving, on an ongoing basis, developing your self-belief, developing your co-creator identity, if you will, continuing to put the skills of manifestation to practice so that you have your own successes to stand on, as well as listening to, information, intelligence, knowledge that reaffirms to you your ability to improve your experiences, or at a minimum, keep it where it's at. So I was reminded of that. I'm going to continue to do research on Ayurvedic health. I'm currently really interested in some of the research findings in that area. And I'm going to see what shows up. I'm going to see what I'm able to attract and manifest in my experience where those things that I haven't looked at or haven't been all that like, oh yeah, I really want to work on this, what I can do to move those parts of my life experience forward through co-creation, through intentionality, through empowerment, through self-belief, and through empowering co-creative interactions. So if you're new to attracting and manifesting the things that you want, I really do encourage gravitating toward or setting that intention to attract to yourself maps of manifestation that are empowering, that tell you that you can and the universe can, and you can attract co-creative relationships that empower you into that kind of experience. I encourage you to continue to acquire the knowledge that you need to have that foundation that lets you, at a minimum, put inputs that aren't necessarily empowering on pause and be like, let me think about this input. Let me see what I can conclude about what I can experience for myself here, and go on about your journey in that area from a more self-aware, from a more empowered perspective. So I wanted to share that, boundaries are helpful. Healthy boundaries are helpful in every sphere of life, whether we're talking about personal relationships, professional relationships, or manifestation. It's important to know where to assert your boundary, where to say no thank you to inputs, where to say, yes to some, where to hold yourself accountable, where to, manage and regulate the things that you say to yourself, or the things that you expect of yourself and the like. So it's a useful skill to develop, that ability to measure and assess the information that comes your way, regardless of where it's coming from. Now, I do advocate, working with experts in any life area, but it's helpful to work with experts with those healthy boundaries in place so that you are both getting the information that you need from those experts who have spent decades, understanding the field that they have those expertise in, but also protecting your own ability to co-creatively bring about the solutions that you desire. And I'm an advocate for win-win scenarios. I don't believe in win-lose. I don't believe in giving up, one great thing to get something else. I think I know that universal intelligence is quite capable of helping us achieve and experience those win-win situations over and over again. So that's my tip for now. Stay tuned right here for more manifestation, co-creation, consciousness development, personal growth, tips, guidance, and more. If you enjoyed this tip on deliberate creation, personal development, consciousness evolution, be sure to visit my website for books, courses, and more to help you in your personal development and personal transformation journey.